What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to take a look at the 2021 Honda Civic Type R. Huge shout out and thank you to Carolina Auto Direct for providing this Type R for today's video. Check out the link to their website in the description below. They have a huge selection of pre-owned cars like this nearly new Civic Type R, so definitely check them out. So this is the top of the line performance model for the Honda Civic. Let's get right into it. The model that we're looking at today is finished off in championship white, and then underneath the hood you're going to find a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that cranks out 306 horsepower with 295 pound-feet of torque. The engine is paired to only a 6-speed manual transmission and sends all the power to the front wheels through a limited slip front differential. The overall curb weight is around 3,100 pounds, and running on a 12.4 gallon fuel tank, you can expect 22 miles per gallon in the city with 28 out on the highway. As far as performance specifications, 0 to 60 comes in just under 5 seconds, with 0 to 100 in 11.5 seconds, a quarter mile time at 13.4 at 108 miles per hour, and Honda even claims a top speed at 169 miles per hour. And to bring all this performance to a stop, the Type R even features Brembo brakes up front with a 13.8-inch rotor, then you get 12-inch rotors in back, and all this stopping power can bring it from 70 to 0 in just 142 feet, which is right on par with the legendary NSX. The overall length is 179.4 inches, with wheelbase at 106.3, width is 73.9, with height at 56.5 inches. And if we now get into the exterior design with the Honda Civic Type R, this is a super aggressive looking vehicle. As you can see, there's a lot of functional openings as well as a lot of sharp lines to really give it a sweet look. Up front, this has a nice large lower front splitter with a really cool carbon fiber look design with some red accents. There's a massive opening in the center part of this grille to allow cooling to the front mounted intercooler. And there's also even small cutouts on the left and the right side of that to allow more cooling. We do get a set of LED fog lights down here as well, a little bit of body colored and gloss black trim, and then there even is a functional vent on the farthest sides of the bumper, and air can go right through the bumper and pass throughout around the front tires. We also get a really large gloss black grille with a red Honda logo, and then the Type R badge over on the right with more red. There's more openings there for more cooling for the radiators. Then we get a really cool set of LED headlights. They have LED daytime running lights, and they really fit the design of the Type R super well. And then if we move our way to the hood, you can see sharp lines along the hood, a functional vent right in the center, and then very sharp lines on the farthest sides to help give this a wider front end appearance. I love the overall look. It's very exaggerated looking, definitely a pretty dramatic looking car. If we move our way to the side profile, we do have that sportback hatchback design that I think Honda did a really good job making this look way more sporty than just a basic sedan or a basic coupe. There's really sharp lines around this front fender, and they definitely look super wide. We also get a nice set of gloss black wheels with a multi-spoke finish and a red pinstripe. It all matches very well to the Brembo brakes and the Honda logo. And then there is a functional vent behind the front tires that actually doubles as a heat extraction vent for the engine. And then if we look at the side profile, there's a really sharp line going through the entire side. You can see the body colored door handles, another sharp line in the lower portion, and then more of that carbon fiber look for the side skirt with that same red pinstripe. We also do get some body colored on the mirror caps with an LED turn signal on the side. Then a lot of black trim around all the windows. The side profile is very proportional looking, and I definitely like it as we move towards the rear. You can see how massive the wing is. Up top on the roof, you get the shark fin antenna, some cool vents back here. Definitely gives it a sporty design, and I love how these vents kind of flow into the actual roof line. The spoiler itself is mounted on the back of this liftgate, has a great look. It's kind of got a double spoiler going. We have one up top and then one closer to the actual glass with a third brake light and the rear wiper. Moving to the rear end of the car now, we have the halogen taillights that wrap around to this wing. They have a nice sporty design and they fit the look really well. We have Type R badge as well as the Honda logo, all finished in red as you would expect. And then down low, we have more of that carbon fiber design with the red pinstriping, some cool trim pieces over on the side to give it a wider appearance. And then probably my favorite part is this triple exhaust tip. Very cool to see. The center one's a little bit smaller. Then there's some nice little fins in this diffuser. So there's a good look at the exterior and some of the performance specifications for the Civic Type R. Comment below, what do you guys think of this car? It's a really cool performance vehicle. I'm excited to drive it. We now have Honda's key fob. You even get the red Honda logo, which is pretty cool. I can go ahead and lock the car and keep the key fob right in my pocket All you have to do is grab the door handle, it automatically unlocks, and we can check out the interior. The Type R has a really sporty interior with black and red all around. If we go ahead and take a look at the door panel now, you can see the black micro suede. You have it along the armrest as well as the backside here with all this contrast red stitching. We have the same carbon fiber look design with some red trim. Then we even get your door handle up front with your lock and unlock, all of your controls right here for your windows, locks, and mirrors, and then a little bit of storage space down below, and then 2 speakers. Moving our way inside, you can see all the manual controls for the seats right on this left side, and then massive bolsters for these bucket seats. They are like 4 inches tall. They are really large. You can see the red micro suede as well as this really cool black fabric, black micro suede and color contrast stitching, red and white. Then moving our way up the backrest, you can see how much larger the bolsters are on the back as well. We get Type R up top, cutouts if you wanted to do racing harnesses, more stitching along these backrests, as well as red seat belts. These have an awesome look to them. And if we flip around to the steering wheel, it's fully wrapped in Alcantara, black and red, nice little bit of a flat bottom design and 3-spoke, red Honda logo, and some black trim. And then now inside the Civic Type R, keeping my foot on the clutch, we can go ahead and fire it up. We have a full digital gauge cluster with a nice big screen right in the center. Over on the left side, we have your engine temperature and then your fuel level over on the right. If we take a look at the center, we can see the speedometer as well as the tach, and we get a turbo boost gauge. And then if I take a look at the drive mode selector, which is right over here, you can toggle this up and down to go into your different drive modes. And if we look at the screen, it even changes. If I go all the way down into the comfort mode, you can see how all that red kind of goes away. Then going up into sport mode, it adds a little bit more red. And then into the R mode, you can see all more red, just to make it look a little bit more aggressive. Really cool touch. And then taking a look at the steering wheel now, we have a lot of your different controls. We have Bluetooth and audio controls over on the left, and then cruise control settings over on the right with the steering wheel intervention. Really good view at everything. We have the turn signal stalk on the left with some headlight controls, then wiper blades over on the right. And then to the left of the steering wheel, we have some of the safety settings like traction control, forward collision, and lane keeping. More of that carbon fiber trim, red trim, and one of the air vents. And then moving our way over, you can see all the black along the dashboard, more of this carbon fiber and red design. Nice and sporty in here for sure. I like the red around the air vents right in the center. Then if we take a look at the center infotainment screen, we have your navigation, phone, all this stuff that can come up. If I just tap into the navigation, you can see what we got. Going under your map, you have a pretty good view of everything. Then you have physical buttons over on the left side. You can do shortcuts to go back to the home screen. If I push the clutch in, then put us into reverse. The backup camera is going to automatically come up with some nice guidelines, and you can even change how you'd like the view to be. So you have 3 different views, which is a pretty cool feature. Then we can go ahead and pop us back into neutral. Beneath the actual screen now, we have some physical buttons for climate. If I just tap this icon, it comes right up on the screen with your fan speed. You can adjust the different zones, air conditioning, and things like that. Then we have more controls underneath that, like your recirc on off. We have a little bit of storage down here with the USB port. And then taking a look at the 6-speed shifter, I really like the aluminum shift knob, and you get your shift pattern up on top with more of the red font. Very nice short throws, super easy to go through. And then the shift boot is in more of this black Alcantara with red stitching. We have an automatic brake hold as well as the electronic parking brake. It says Type R right here with the ID right there, which is really cool to actually know which car yours is. We have more of the micro suede and red stitching all along the center. And then this piece right here is actually a movable armrest. You can pull this forward to give you a little bit extra comfort, or slide it back and revealing 2 cup holders. We can even slide that out of the way to have more storage space. There's another cup holder down here. And then you can pull this handle and open this up, and you can see just how much more space we have. Very configurable. I think Honda did a pretty good job making this a usable car for being their sportier version. Then if we go ahead and take a look at the glove box, I can open that up. We have a huge bucket in there for anything that you're gonna need. And then one last look at the interior. I love all the colors, the red everywhere. And these bucket seats are probably one of the best bucket seats that come factory. They look fantastic. All the micro suede and everything really gives us a sporty design. Then we have a full black headliner with all of your dome lights and then the mirror. And then to take a look at the rear seat space in the Type R, I can go ahead and open up the door. The door panel looks similar to the front, however, we don't get any of the micro suede, it's just your standard black fabric. And then moving our way inside, same story goes for these rear seats. None of this is that cool micro suede, it's just basic fabric with red stitching and then the red seat belts. This car is a 4-seater. We have 2 cup holders and a little bit of a cubby in the center, but you do get a really cool look at the backs of these bucket seats with more of this carbon fiber look design. All right guys, we are sitting in the back of the Type R now. Now this car only comes in this hatchback. There's no sedan and there's no coupe. So with that, you have a lot of space. I can even see right into the trunk. I'm 5'11", I have plenty of headroom, and my knees are fitting fine with the seat set to my height. So I like the overall sizing. Armrest is in a good place. The recline of these seats is fantastic, and you have quite a lot of glass to make it feel nice and roomy. And then to move on to the cargo space, you have a button on the key fob, but you also get one underneath the Honda logo. I can just press that and open the lift back up to reveal so much cargo space. I have my camera bag and lunchbox in here, and as you can see, I could fit a ton more items in here. And then I really like how over on this right side, we can pull this all the way over and actually lock it into place for a nice little privacy cover. And then the seats also fold back. If I get this one out of the way, there's a handle right on the left and right side of these headrests. We can fold these forward and move them out of the way. And then with the seats folded down, you can see just how much storage space this vehicle has. Being a hatchback, like I said earlier, there's pretty much endless amounts of interior space. And then going back into these rear doors, we can see how everything looks. The seats fold down nearly flat, and it really reveals how much cargo space you have. There's pretty much nothing you can't fit in the Type R. All right guys, so we are setting off now in the Type R. I'm in comfort mode right now. I've driven a few of these over the years, and I will say to start off, this is one of my favorite front-wheel drive sports car. I've driven a lot of front-wheel drive cars and I never liked them. This is the one front-wheel drive car that is actually really, really awesome the way it's built. So first off, getting comfortable in these seats. All the manual controls are pretty easy to use. You know, reclining everything, you have levers to go up and down. This is a really comfortable car, and I absolutely love the bucket seats. They fit you so well. The bolsters are almost the size of my thigh, and then the ones on my back are about as far as my torso sticks out. So it's a really nice, aggressive bucket seat. It's gonna hold you in place very well, and they look amazing. I love all the micro suede. The steering wheel feels so nice in my hands with the Alcantara. It's just a really sporty looking car, sporty vibe going on. You have a lot of really good front visibility, and all the mirrors are huge. One thing I like, when you look through your rear view, you can actually see the rear glass in the rear end and see right through it. So you have a really good view out the back of this car. Armrests are in a great place, and the fact that this can slide forwards and back, it just makes it to where it's a comfortable vehicle to where you can actually daily drive this. While it's the most hardcore Civic offered, it's still a comfortable daily that you can just use like a normal car. So I'm in comfort mode, 6th gear, just cruising. It's pretty quiet in here, even for being very low profile tires. You don't really hear much wind noise, there's no road noise at all. Really nice and comfortable. Hitting the brakes a little bit, they are nice and firm. We'll downshift a little bit. I'll go ahead and bump us right into sport mode, and we'll do a small acceleration, 300 horsepower to the front wheels. Let's see what that's like. You know, it's got some good pep to it. I think the turbo response is very smooth, and I didn't feel any torque steer whatsoever with that. That is really nice. I feel like the steering has definitely got heavier now in the sport mode as we take some sharper turns. The car is nice and composed. If I go ahead and go all into the race mode now, steering's definitely a little bit heavier now. I heard the turbo noise too. I had a little bit of boost going, which I can see the boost gauge. You can hear the turbo and stuff. I can't imagine modifying this, tuning it. I mean, this would really be a heck of a lot of fun, especially with more power. But even in the stock form though, this car really holds its own. You have rev matching now in the race mode. So it's not the fastest car out there. Again, we're only talking about 300 horsepower from a 4-cylinder, but it gets up and goes. That was a 3rd gear roll from like 40 up to about 60 or so. It doesn't throw you back in your seat, but the car moves. It gets up and goes. Wow. And you can really shift it quickly. That was a pretty shift 2nd to 3rd gear change, or 1st to 2nd, whatever that was. but as soon as I got into the next gear, we were gone, and that was really responsive. So second gear. Yeah, the brakes, they bite really well. It seems like once you hit 4,000 RPM, that's when the power really gives you all the power. It's very smooth and linear, like I said. Shifter is awesome. It is so notchy and responsive. You don't even have to think about what gear you're going into. And then the clutch pedal, it's got a little bit of weight to it, so it's not super vague like maybe other cars in this category, but I like how it feels like a driver-focused, engaged car to drive, and I like that a lot. All right, so setting off now in the Type R with the POV camera angle. One thing really cool on the main screen, if you hit this information icon, you can actually go over and see different things. So I can see right now my acceleration as well as my brake pedal, which is a really cool little touch. We have the boost gauge that we saw earlier. We can go into another one with shift lights. So if I downshift a little bit, you can see those LEDs come up as I go higher in the rev range. We also have more things like a G-force meter, which is really cool for if you're hitting the track and everything like that. Then you also get a timer, fuel, navigation, and other things like that. So we'll go ahead and just keep it up with the throttle and braking. And we're in comfort mode right now, like I said, 6th gear. You do have a gear indicator, which is a great little touch. Then we can toggle this into sport mode, and then the race mode. Race mode, you definitely get more throttle response to it, and I'd say a little bit more sound to the engine and the exhaust. I love this steering. It's got a lot of feedback. There's really no vagueness to it. A little bit of input, and the car is starting to turn. Nice sounds to it as well. Good throttle response and everything. And we'll go ahead and get back on the little twisty road. Really good sounds. Heavy steering. Very responsive from the turbo. I like that a lot. And then those brakes, they really bite hard. That is awesome. I'm glad that they went with the Brembos for this car. Really responsive. So comment below, what do you guys think of a Type R? I would say this has to be the best front-wheel drive car on the market. It's been around for, what, 4 or 5 years or so? And I didn't like it when it first came out because it was front-wheel drive. I was thinking, why would you buy a front-wheel drive turbo car with 300 horsepower and all this performance stuff when you can get the Focus RS or an STI? But honestly, after driving all 3 of the cars, I like this the most. If I were to ever get like a little hot hatch, which I guess you would call this, you know, or one of these little rally car focused sedans, I would get the Type R over the others. I just like what it has to offer. It feels like a really good go-kart, and yet it's practical like a family sedan. Honestly, you can just have so much fun in this car. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Huge shout out and thank you once again to Carolina Auto Direct for providing this Type R for today's video. Check them out. They have a ridiculous selection of pre-owned cars. This car, less than 1,000 miles on it. Perfect condition as you would expect, but definitely check them out. So that's it, guys. I will see you all in the next video.